Welcome back to Behind Closed Files, where we delve into the most chilling and baffling cases. If you love to read, please visit www.behindclosedfiles.com. Unmasking Qatar's Hamad bin Thani fraud scandal. In 2021, Qatar was rocked by a financial scandal involving members of its elite, with Nawaf bin Jassim bin Jabor Al Thani, a member of the ruling Al Thani family, being one of the key figures implicated. The fraud, which came to be known as the Hamad bin Thani fraud case, involved large-scale financial mismanagement, bribery, and the laundering of public funds. What began as internal inquiries into financial discrepancies quickly expanded into a full-blown investigation, uncovering a web of corruption involving influential business and political leaders. The scandal first gained public attention when Qatar's former finance minister, Ali Sharif Al Hamadi, was arrested in May 2021. Al Hamadi, a prominent figure who held significant roles in the country's financial apparatus, including as chairman of Qatar Airways, was taken into custody on charges of abuse of power, mismanagement of public resources, and money laundering. The arrest of such a high-profile individual shocked the nation, setting the stage for a broader investigation that would soon expose even deeper layers of financial corruption. The probe led investigators to Nawaf bin Jassim bin Jabor Al Thani, along with several other influential figures who were accused of participating in fraudulent schemes designed to siphon off vast sums of public money. Nawaf bin Jassim's role was particularly significant because of his close ties to the ruling family and his involvement in key government projects. The fraudulent activities were not isolated incidents, but were part of a larger, well-organized network of financial misdeeds that stretched across various sectors, including construction, aviation, and healthcare. As investigations deepened, it became clear that the magnitude of the fraud was immense. The total amount laundered exceeded $5.6 billion, and the impact was felt across the country, with public confidence in the government and its financial institutions severely shaken. The Qatar Financial Information Unit played a critical role in tracking the suspicious transactions, which led to the exposure of a larger conspiracy. By the time the case was brought to court, over a dozen individuals, including senior executives and government officials, had been charged, with many facing hefty fines and long prison sentences. The first arrests sent a strong message about Qatar's commitment to cracking down on corruption, especially within its upper echelons. However, it also highlighted how deeply entrenched financial mismanagement had become in some sectors. This scandal would become one of the most notable examples of corruption in Qatar's modern history, marking a turning point in the country's legal efforts to clean up its financial practices. The arrest of Ali Sharif Al Hamadi in May 2021 triggered a nationwide probe, which soon uncovered a far-reaching corruption scandal involving several prominent figures. Investigators began examining records across multiple sectors to trace the flow of misappropriated funds. What emerged was a sophisticated scheme, with Al Hamadi and others accused of embezzling billions from state coffers through fraudulent investment channels, bribery, and illicit deals. The investigation revealed that Nawaf bin Jassim bin Jabor Al Thani, another key player, had misused public resources to personally benefit from government-funded projects. His involvement was tied to several high-value contracts, where government funds were diverted for personal gain. These financial irregularities raised serious concerns about the lack of oversight within Qatar's economic and political systems. As one of the nation's prominent elites, Nawaf bin Jassim's involvement made the scandal even more shocking, as it exposed the vulnerability of Qatar's financial integrity at the highest levels. Both Al Hamadi and Nawaf bin Jassim, along with several others, were brought to trial in a criminal court, with charges ranging from money laundering to bribery and abuse of power. The court proceedings were closely watched by the public and the media, as they marked one of the most significant corruption cases in Qatar's modern history. The evidence presented in court detailed how these individuals exploited their positions to funnel large amounts of public money into private accounts, often using international banking channels to conceal the transactions. Ultimately, the court handed Ali Sharif Al Hamadi a 20-year prison sentence for his role in the scandal, along with a QAR 61 billion fine, approximately US 16.8 billion. Nawaf bin Jassim bin Jabor Al Thani received a 6-year prison sentence for his involvement, while other individuals involved faced similar legal consequences. The case not only resulted in long prison terms, but also brought about a larger conversation in Qatar regarding transparency, accountability, and the role of elite figures in public governance. This section of the documentary delves into how the trial unfolded, the legal arguments made, and the broader impact of the case on Qatar's public trust in its institutions. It explores the aftermath of the verdict and how it shaped the nation's commitment to anti-corruption reforms, setting the stage for ongoing changes in Qatar's financial oversight policies. The Hamad bin Al Thani fraud case left an indelible mark on Qatar's political and financial landscape, prompting a critical examination of the systems in place to prevent such high-level corruption. In the wake of the verdicts, there was a widespread call for reforms aimed at enhancing transparency and accountability within government operations and public institutions. The high-profile nature of the scandal underscored the necessity for a robust regulatory framework to deter future instances of financial misconduct. In response to the public outcry and the stark revelations of the investigation, the Qatari government initiated a series of reforms designed to strengthen oversight mechanisms across various sectors. This included enhancing the capabilities of the Qatar Financial Information Unit and implementing stricter guidelines for financial transactions involving state funds. The aim was to create a more transparent environment where financial dealings are closely monitored, reducing opportunities for corruption and mismanagement. Moreover, the case prompted discussions about the relationship between wealth and power in Qatar. Many began to question whether the concentration of power among a small elite was conducive to accountability. The scandal served as a wake-up call for the Qatari leadership, highlighting the potential risks associated with a lack of oversight and the need to balance authority with responsible governance. The international community also took notice, as the case raised questions about Qatar's commitment to combating corruption. As a result, Qatar sought to improve its image as a global financial center, taking proactive steps to align itself with international best practices in governance. This included engaging with global financial institutions to adopt anti-corruption measures and enhance regulatory compliance. In conclusion, the Hamad bin Al Thani fraud case was not merely an isolated incident. It represented a pivotal moment in Qatar's ongoing struggle against corruption within its ranks. The scandal catalyzed meaningful discussions about governance and accountability, leading to essential reforms that aim to fortify the nation's financial integrity. While the road to recovery may be long, the commitment to change reflects Qatar's recognition of the importance of a transparent and accountable system in maintaining public trust and ensuring sustainable development.